Hi everyone, welcome to Javaras. Let's continue working on personal blog project. This project is listed on roadmap.sh website and I will put the link to this project in the description. In the previous video, we created this database initializer class which can initialize the database with some dummy articles if initdb profile is active. We also created a few classes which are necessary to store the article in the database. For example, article class, then article ID class to store the ID of the article, then article repository and article service, and create article params class which holds parameters to create a new article. So we saw that we were able to create some dummy articles. So we can see them in the database. So this is the database person blog. You can see connection refused because the database is not running. If I say docker ps, you can see that none of the container is running. So in order to start PostgreSQL, we have this file docker compose.yml file, and here we are using Postgres version 16, the port R5432, and we are using these environment variables. And Docker will run, or sorry, Docker will look for .env file in the current working directory. So and it will do all these environment variables. And we need these three environment variables for PostgreSQL container. So the database name, username, and a password, these will be injected here. So let's start the container. Docker compose up d. Okay. So the container has started. Now I will go and connect to person blog database. I am connected here. So okay, there are no table. So it might happen that whenever you restart the container, if there is no volume is attached, then it may wipe out all the data and everything. But we don't need to worry about that because we can just start the project again and Flyway will take care of the rest. If you can see in the resource DB migration, we have this is script. So whenever we will start the application, this script will run, but it will run only once whenever the migration is required. And since we need the dummy articles or the list of articles, so we will activate the initdb profile as well. Initdb. So as you might know that in Spring we can have as many profiles active at a time as we want. Okay, so I will start this personal blog application. Okay, so you can see database initialization complete. It was able to create few articles. Now I will refresh it. We have these tables. We have only one table for articles and another table for Flyway schema history. Using this table, Flyway is able to track like which scripts have been committed already and which new scripts it needs to run against this database. So here we can see some articles. So this is the article ID. This is the version. So version is 0 for all the articles because they are not modified. Then this is the title. After that we have published date. So in the published date we have some error in year. So you can see here is 0121 something. So like very old. But don't worry about that because later down the line we will create an endpoint through which we will be able to create new articles. So there we will use the correct date. And this is the content of the article. Okay, with that in place, now we are good to go. So I will stop the application. And now I will remove this init div so that next time we will run it, we don't want to create more dummy articles. We can if we want, but let's not create more. Now I will close this file, I will close this, and I will close this file as well. Now, in order to, okay, so in this video, we will display the list of articles. We won't do anything else. So in order to do that, in the article service, we will create one method which will return the list of articles. If you see in the article repository, this extends paging and sorting repository so that we can just display, let's say, 10 articles, 15 articles at a time, and we can use pagination and sorting as well. We will do that later. So for now, let's just display list of all the articles. So let's create a method here. It's a public iterable article and get all articles. Let's return this dot article repository dot find all. So this will return all the articles. Now I will create one article controller. Let's create a new Java file. This will be class. It will be inside web package and article controller. So it is inside web package and the name is article controller. This will be a controller. So it won't be a REST controller. It will be a simple controller because we want to render the HTML page, and here we will inject the article service. So private final article service article service, and let's inject that article controller article service, and this dot article service equal to article service. Okay, let me start the GitHub Copilot, enable completions. Okay, so now here we will create a controller. So I will say get mapping. Okay, so this get mapping will be for default path. So we don't need to specify any path here. Public string, and let's say index, and we won't get anything here. We will get model, not module, model. So we have a model here. Yeah, and let's import it from org.springframework.ui, and let's get all the articles. So we will get all the articles and we will put them in articles attribute, and we will return. What we want to do is we will return a template which will be inside articles directly and index. So we need to create this template obviously. Let's go to resources, templates. So I will delete this layout and this index. We'll delete these files, and I will create a new file here. So let's create a new file and I will call it. First of all, I will create a new directory, articles. Now I will create a new file called index. So we will have this HTML here. Title will be personal blog, and here we will put some body. So here HTML language, then XML, NS, TH. This is for thymeleaf. Okay. So let's see what do we need to display. So we need to display list of blocks here. So let's display first. First of all, I will display the name of the block. Okay. So let's add some that CSS file here. So if you see, we have inside the static application.css. I just want to use that. So link rel equal to style sheet and href want to be this thing. We don't want to include this bootstrap. We just want to include, let's call it th href css, and it is application.css. Okay. Now let's create this personal block text first. So I will create one div element here, and here I will write personal block. Now I will create another div to hold the list of articles. So let's create that. This div contain the list of articles. Now I want to iterate for each article. So let's do that. And I will say th block th each equal to article in articles. So we are iterating for each article. For each article, we have a div. So let's just use div here. Okay. So, and I will just remove this div. Okay. So one div to hold the list of articles and one div to hold one article. That means article title and its published date. So for each article, we are printing article's title and we are printing article's content. Let's not print article's content. Let's print published date. Published date. Save it and let's run the application. Okay, it is running. Let's go here. Localhost 88. We don't see anything. And here I think we see some error. Let's see what is the error. Okay. For servlet in context with path 3 exception. Okay, we need to generate the HTML, CSS, the JavaScript, these templates. So I will just go here and say dot npm run build and npm run watch. But I don't want to, open the web browser automatically. I will go to package.json and here inside this watch serve, I will just remove everything and I will just say go watching, save it, run it. Now let's refresh the page. Still we don't see anything. Let's go to target, classes, templates. Now you can see inside templates we have this layout and index.html file. So I guess we just rerun the server. So we'll rerun the server. Still, do we have? Yeah, we have everything. Still, don't have those here. Let's send the request again. What is the error? The error is Put servlet in context with path through exception. Request processing failed. Ambiguous handler methods mapped for public Java string dev home controller dot. Okay, so there is one home controller which we need to delete. You can see there is a home controller. We need to delete that. I will delete it and I will restart the server and reload the page. Now we can see the list of articles. Okay, so this is personal blog. Now we don't need to work on Java for now. For now, we just need to work on its styling. Okay. Let's use H1 here. One, save it. As soon as we save it, this will be reloaded automatically. Reload it. We can see if we have used H1 for it, but still it's not bold because this Tailwind CSS it disables all the styling by default. So we need to explicitly add styling here. First of all, I want to have some padding for body. So I will go here. Now, if you go to spacing padding, we can specify padding like this. I want to have padding like on all 4 dimensions. So we can use P1 or P2, P3, P4, something like that. Let's say class equal to P4. Save it, refresh it. Now we can see some space around the content. Now for personal blog, first of all, I don't want to have the list of blog covering the whole width of the screen. I want to cover only uh, uh, let's say small amount of width of the screen. So for that I can use max width and I can use max width. There is something screen MD. So the max width will be 768 pixel. Okay, so let me use this and I will put it here. Save it and I will refresh it. Okay. So the max width is 768 pixel. We can see that here. Okay. So even if we hover over body, we can see its width and we can see in computed as well that 736 plus 16 plus 16, that is 768, I guess. Okay. So the width is 768 pixel, but I want the content to be in middle. For that, we can use something called margin. So if I go to margin, then if we use margin auto or left and right, then the content will be centered. So that should be something called MX auto. So here and MX auto means margin left auto, margin right auto. I will zoom this page so you can see clearly. Okay, so I will use MX auto. Let's copy this and paste it here. We'll save it and I will reload it. Now you can see everything is in the middle. Now, and if I like change the size, you can see the width of the content will be at the width of the device, but the max width will be 768 pixel. So that because our content is very less, just the title of the article and published date. So I don't want it to cover the whole width of the screen. Okay. Now this is done. Okay, let's here and responsive. Okay. Now this is done. After that, I want to work on this personal blog, this title. I want to give it additional padding. on bottom and I want to make it bold. For that, I will just go here. First of all, let's make it bold. So for that, we will go to typography, font size. So let's say font size 3XL. So I will give it a class and also let's give it padding bottom, PB I guess. Let's see again, padding sorry, padding bottom PB and let's specify 2. Save it and reload the page. Now we can see personal blog and yeah, if we want to make it bold as well, that also we can do. Go to typography, then font size, font style, font weight. So font weight, we can say font semi-bold or font bold or font extra bold. Let's say font black. That will be like bolder than extra bold. So I just want to use font semi-bold, font semi-bold. Save it and refresh it. Okay, so now that looks good. Now let's work on this individual article. I don't want the publish date to be below the article's title. I want that to be in line with the title. For that, we need to make this individual article information as a flex. So for that, let's go here, border effect, filter, table, SVG, I guess it's somewhere here, yes, flex. So we want to make it flex. First of all, flex basic. I don't know what that is. We'll go to flex, flex direction, layout, flex direction, flex row. Okay, we can use something like that. So for uh, not this div, yes, this div class flex row. Okay, so let's just use this for now. Save it and reload it. Now you can see this is the title and this is the published date. What I want is I want published date to be go on the right. So what I can do here is for this one class flex grow. Reload it. So what we did is it will take all the space available to it. So the date will go to the rightmost part and rest of the space will be taken by the title. Okay, so that looks like good. I want to have bottom padding for each this title as well. So not only title, the whole this div. So I can say PB1, save it, reload it. And now it looks good. We have some gap between individual titles. Now let's say instead of displaying the date like this, we want to display date like this, like August 7, 2024, something like that. So let's do that. So let's go to article class and here let's create a method public string get publish date to display and I will return article util dot format date publish date. So I need to create this class. I will create class article util and here we will have this method public string format date local date. We can return date to string, but I don't want to do that. Okay, what article title dot format date publish date should be static method. Okay, okay, now it's working. So we will create a formatter here, private static final, and it is simple date format. That format will be new simple date format, and this one we can use that, and I will return date dot format date format. Okay. The method in the type local date is not available for all simple date format. Okay, let's say date time formatter date format equal to date type formatter dot of pattern, and we need to specify the pattern. First of all, we need the month, so MMM, and then day, and then year. Okay, let's save it, and okay, get published date to display, copy it, and I will put it here. Now we will save it. We need to restart the server because we did some changes in the Java files, and let's reload it. You can see December 15, 0121, September. Now these month names are short names. I want the full names. So I will go here and I will make it this. Save it, restart the server. Let's reload the page. Now you can see December 15, 0121, something like that. That is great, but let's view this on any phone. So let's iPhone SE. Okay, now you can see the UI is broken. So we can't even read it clearly. What is happening is the first article, it has a long title. So the title and the published date both are being split on two different lines. But we don't want that. So what we can do is, what do we want is the date should remain on one line only. The title can occupy multiple lines. So let's go to text something, typography, text align, text wrap. Yeah, text wrap. We don't want any text wrap for that published date. So we can use this class here. Class will be text no wrap. Save it and reload it. Okay. Now we can see we have this article here. This is date, this article, this date. Now here the article title and the date are like very close. We don't want that. So what we will do is we will create one padding here. We want to have padding on left side. So PL1. Save it, reload it. Okay. Yeah, that looks good to me. I don't want to spend much of the time on like styling the components. So that is good for me. Okay, so we are able to show the list of our titles for our personal blog. That is it. That is it for this video. In the next video, we will display one single article when we click on this article's name, and that we will do in the next video. If you found this video to be useful, then please like and share it. and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone for watching it. I will meet you in the next one. Bye.